Wow. Hello, guys. Welcome to Sports Maestros TV. We are going to be reviewing the just concluded Man U versus Leeds United match. Wow. Very fantastic match.
An amazing game, It's midweek, you just want to get back and then settle to such an exciting match. And from the very first minute to the last, end-to-end, pulsating, fever pitch, such an interesting game.
Yeah, and you expect a whitewash?
Well, it's a tale of two teams going into the match. Man U are riding on a high, they've been surfing on a wave for some time now. 13 consecutive home wins across all competitions, And then at Leeds, on the other hand, they just sacked their manager. They've been trying to get a replacement, no show up until date. They came to Old Trafford with a caretaker manager. His best experience was at the under 21s, So that background to the game made it all the more interesting.
Yeah. Well, regardless, the tale we know about teams that have just lost their coach due to being sacked. Players want to play for the new manager, be it the permanent manager or a caretaker manager, it doesn't matter. An example was Leicester City,
really,
where Ranieri was sacked. The assistant came in and became
and took it
off. From the caretaker really. Became permanent.
Really, we've also seen that in this season too. You look at Wolves, for instance. You look at Aston Villa. Even recently at Everton, see a new manager comes in and there's a bounce. Players want to give an immediate reaction. I think we also saw that at Leeds today.
Yeah, lovely. And what a way to start the match. First minute.
And there was a goal.
Wonderful.
And you look at the build up to that goal and you see the effort of a team, and then a team that came to get a result from the match. Yeah. Bruno Fernandes lost the ball. And 1-2 touches from two Leeds players, and a sublime shot at the edge of the corner. So David Gea had no chance.
And I like it when teams just come out in the beginning, try to get that goal. Manchester City was known for that some seasons ago. You expect Manchester City to score you in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, really. And you look at this Leeds team too, and you saw that was the game plan they had. They wanted to attack Man United from the get-go, get a goal, sit back, soak up the pressure, and they executed, despite the fact that they had two players that went off early. I think largely they stuck to that game plan and they executed brilliantly.
Yeah, and I'm sure we expected Manchester United to react, and I think the reaction was good. 17th minute, Garnacho had the chance.
He had an amazing game for a young lad coming into a Man U team, in front of the home crowd. I think he did very well. He had about 2 good chances. He did well in those chances, You look at experience, you look at age. I think if he continues the growth trajectory this way, he will be burying those chances not too long into the future.
Yeah. I wouldn't really blame him for the second chance lost. The control was good.
Yeah.
It took the keeper out. It took another. So it was a fantastic block.
Really, yes.
It was a fantastic block.
That's correct.
By one of the new signings of Leeds United. So how do you think the new signings fared in this match?
Well, I think it's a mixed bag. You look at on the other hand, you would say that Weghorst wasn't really in the game. Sabitzer perhaps an average game.
A good first half.
A good first half, fizzled out in the second, and then it was subbed off. So on the other hand, for Leeds, I think Woba was solid at the back.
Yeah, very solid.
Really, he had about 2 very timely interceptions. McKennie, well, he had a fairly decent game too. So if you ask me, I think the new signings at Leeds, they put on a slightly better show than the lads at Man United.
Yeah, and we expected maybe second half we're going to get the equalizer, until the same thing that happened in the first half also happened in the second half. Very early goals, 47th minute.
You would say lightning shouldn't strike twice, or lightning doesn't strike twice. You know, in this case, it actually did at Old Trafford tonight. You look at that goal to amazing team play, and they kept going. It was unfortunate that the shot went over and into the net, but credit to Leeds.
Yes.
I think they did well.
Yeah. I think that was their game plan, to start very early, to start aggressively very early, and if they can get a goal, stick to the shape and ensure that they play a perfectly coordinated game, so that at least they can grind, they can get that result they wanted. And it was obvious they wanted a win. Unfortunately, they relaxed a bit, or maybe the pressure from Man U was just too much. And I think from there we can talk about the substitutes. The first goal, we can say the chance was created by Pelistri. Gave that pass to Dalot, who crossed the ball in, and the man of the moment was there.
Yeah, you know, it's Rashford's sixth goal in 6 home games, you know, and that's such a brilliant statistic. You look at the substitutions, like you said, both Pelistri and
Jadon Sancho.
Jadon Sancho, they had an immediate impact on the game. So you want a manager who gets it right. Good thing this season, each club has got 5 substitutions. So once a manager knows how to use substitutions well, you know, even from the bench, he has great chances of controlling a game.
And if you are speaking from an outsider, someone who is not a fan of Manchester United, you look at the bench from the beginning of the game, and you're thinking, do they really have players to change the game? Because you can see Sancho that is just getting back into the game, into the team from an exile. He was training with the youth team before he was brought in. You have a Pelistri, you are saying an Elanga, and those were actually the known names we could actually point out in terms of creativity. The rest were more of defenders, the Harry Maguire, you get. And Pelistri came in.
And he made a difference. For me, I think Man U has got a number of flair players. You may say that Eriksen is out injured, Casemiro is out injured, but you also can't write off Jadon Sancho.
Okay. Casemiro is actually on a red card.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, thank you. Yes, you know, he's not in consideration for the game. He wasn't in consideration for the game. So you look at Man United. It's Man United. Whether they want to play with wide players, they want to go through the middle. I think they still have a decent bench. You look at the Man U bench. Okay, now you picked about 3 or 4 names. How many names do you have on the Leeds bench that comes to your mind? Hardly any. So for me, I think even at that, Man U they had a good goal, even for players coming off the bench.
Yeah. And it's actually good you spoke about Eriksen and Casemiro not being in the game, because those were creative guys that were missing in this match. And if talking about creativity also, you are forgetting Anthony. So we have 3 guys that could make things happen that could have made things happen in the match, and I believe that is the reason why they got that draw.
A manager uses the players that are available. No excuses. If you want to project this line of thought, you would say perhaps the biggest name on the Man U team list left just before the World Cup, and look at the run Man U have enjoyed since Ronaldo left. So really, yes, you look up to some star names at times, but football in the final analysis is a team sport.
Yes, and you have to make use of what you have.
And then the manager uses the players that are available.
Yeah, well. So with Leeds display this night, do you think they can actually survive the drop?
Well, I think they have a fighting chance. You look at the teams that that occupy that position on the table.
Southampton,
even Everton is in the mix. Bournemouth, Leeds, if they can keep the tempo, if they can sustain the tenacity we saw today, their decisiveness going forward, the way they kept their shape, even their cohesiveness at the back, if they can bring this to other games, I think they have a chance.
Okay. What about Manchester United? What are your chances? But I think we are no longer talking about top 4 right now. Let's focus on the Premiership champions. Okay, do you think they have a chance of becoming the Premiership champion this year? Because you have to consider the fact that, okay, they believe they are closer to Arsenal now. 7 points, right? 7 points. 2 points closer to Manchester City. So I believe they can actually fancy their chances.
Well, I wish they got a win today. I think Man United will look at today's game and think it was a lost opportunity. I know they will fancy that they will put the 3 points in the bag. Top 4, like you said, Radic, top 4 certainly. Can they catch up with Man City? Perhaps. But this year, I think it's a little too late for Man U, talking about the Premiership title.
What about if we consider the fact that Arsenal have always been Arsenal? Last season.
Not this season, though. Not this season. Not this season.
Yeah, but it has always been that way for over a decade right now. You think they're having a good run, and towards the end of the season, I don't know, maybe fatigue sets in. Maybe they just lose their way one way or the other, and you see they just start dropping points.
Okay, you look at the last 5 matches. Arsenal has got 10 points from the last 5 matches. Man City have 9, and then Man U now has amazingly 8. Yes, it's likely Arsenal drop points, but you also look at Man City this season. You look at Man United, and you think they will also drop points. Yes. On the 2 closest rivals, Arsenal have a game and 2 games in hand. Perhaps it's Arsenal season this year.
Okay. Well, I think Man U fans will also fancy their chances a bit of winning, and then
good luck to them.
Together with a little bit of prayer. Good luck on their side, and bad luck on their competitors. Yeah? Well, with that being said, I think our viewers, we are Sports Maestros TV. We talk about sports, previews, post-match analysis, transfers, whatever is happening in the sports world. Just make sure you click on that subscribe button, click on the like button, and also click on that notification so that you can get our contents as we bring them out. There are going to be a lot because we are going to be working really hard.
That's right.
You're most likely going to be seeing us almost every day.
That's right.
As frequent as we can, you will get a lot of content from us, and we will expect you to always check. But if you click on the notification button, you will get them as soon as we drop them. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure watching this match together with you.
Yes, we look forward to so many amazing games at the weekend. I'm sure that we would have the opportunity to preview quite a number of them, and then we'll come back and look at the chances of many of the teams that we have mentioned. Yeah,
then we also see the second game between Leeds United and Man U.
Indeed.
Back-to-back matches within 4 days.
2 games in a short space of time.
Very short period, yes. So, and I think you are saying that you think Man U will get 4 points out of this game. Out of the 2 games, that you don't think they are going to get the full 6 points.
I fancy that Man U will win the next meeting with Leeds. I fancy that, yes, 4 points out of 6.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Maestro Stevie's checking out.